Yeah. Stadium. Baby jump pole. Bracing. Yeah. Stadium. Yeah. A crescent built my cradle out of condensating flame. High iron, ordinary Chondrite, H group in the frame. Chondrules packed densely, cryptocrystalline cores. Radio pyroxene spokes, bought olivine doors. Porphyritic textures held a nebular design. 517-1 in equilibrated shine. F's 15-5, orthopyroxene proof. Comicite over tainite, troilite threaded through. Type 4, leaning 5, recrystallized ground. Feldspar under 5 microns, form a glass broken down. Leucocratic glass nested inside a darker code. Fragmental breccia carrying an ancient load. Solar wind, gas is absent, no regolith disguise. S2 to 3 shock stage, no pressure in the rise. Brittle shear drew midnight across each mineral grain. Cataclastic movement left a microscopic stain. Those valence were not shock, melt theater in disguise. Friction drove the temperature past 1500 high. Sulfide turned liquid, phenide joined the stream. Silicate surrendered at the boundary of the scene. Helium kept 3.7 billion in the vault. Argon mark 4.4, untouched by later fall. Thermal thieves never cleared the ledger from my core. Each scar became a bar, every frame composed the score. Then collision cut the tether, sent the fragment into black. Parent body gravity could never pull the traveler back. Galactic particles struck, spallation signed the skin. Cosmogenic evidence recorded where I had been. 5 million years exposed below the usual 7. Radiation rode the passport through the vacuum between heaven. Neon 22 to 21, 1.076. Shielding depth encoded in an isotopic mix. Gamma spectroscopy brought radionuclides to the stand. Aluminum 26 raised a measurable hand. Cobalt 60 testified. Manganese joined the case. Sodium 22 preserved the timing of the race. Noble gases and production rates can stream my former size. 35 to 40 centimeters quantified before the skies. Hundreds of kilograms moving without engine, flag or throne. Deep space was the district. Momentum was my home. Vacuum formed the highway. Cosmic doses charged the toll. Phalogenic signatures kept coordinates within the soul. Still outside the atmosphere, the terminology stayed right. A meteoroid in transit, cutting silence through the night. July 21st arrived, blue resistance lay ahead. 2002, the upper atmosphere began to glow red. 1347 GMT corrected through acoustic delay. Daring 275 east to west across the day. Your bow light burned brilliant while ablation stripped the shell. Dynamic pressure climbed until fragmentation rang the bell. Angular faces gathered fusion crust along the flight. Melt streaks traced the tumbling through incandescent light. Successive fractures opened, some were glazed and smooth. Later surfaces stayed colder as the broken pieces moved. Plasma faded into dark flight. Velocity began to fall. Gravity took command beneath the disappearing fireball. 15 seconds of concussion rolled across the land. 100-kilometer radius heard the atmospheric hand. 7.4 by 1.9 defined the scatter zone. An elliptical strewn field mapped where separate fragments flown. Across the elevated plateau, stones descended near each home. Yet nobody stood wounded when the final masses roamed. Dust trails carried sparkling points beneath the afternoon. Extraterrestrial rabble struck the quiet ground too soon. Radiance yielded silence. Gravity completed the call. An escarpment held the fragments after incandescent fall. Skyborn matter changed its name when solid touched the land. A meteoroid became meteorite beneath an open hand. Fresh sections show beige gray lithology inside. Metal blebs distributed through the fractured light in dark divide. Electron microprobes questioned every crystal in fact. Oxygen isotope measurements placed the lineage on the map. Olivine and pyroxene confirmed the high ion kin. Slightly elevated cobalt made the profile less routine. Krypton xenon ratios back to type 4 side-wide. Local 3 or 6 domains complicated what was classified. 45.3 kilograms entered the official page. Recovered pieces carried chapters from a planetary age. Taxonomy called it ordinary. That adjective fell short. Nothing common crosses eons. Just a file, a lab report. I began as soda dust became liquefied. Memory survived. Metamorphic balance, faulty cosmic chemistry. Then atmosphere brought one archiving to evidence in sand. You gave proof that deep time can arrive inside your hand. No crown, no crown, no pulse, no language. When the ancient journey started, still the isotope clock spoke after parent rock departed. Read the Chondrules like a sicer. Let the mineral racket stand. For older stories never needed ink to reach the land.